Have you ever felt like you're endlessly walking in circles, waking up each day with the same worries, the same doubts, the same fears whispering in your mind? Imagine standing in front of a mirror, seeing a version of yourself weighed down by old habits and hidden pain. Buddhism teaches us that true freedom begins when we release that image we keep clinging to, the version of ourselves built by fear and past wounds. Think about it. What if the self you keep protecting is actually the very prison that's holding you back? The path to inner peace is not about becoming someone else. It's about letting go of the parts that no longer belong to your journey. Today, you're here because deep within you is a calling to rise beyond your old self and step into a life of courage, wisdom, and unshakable peace. You were never meant to remain small or hidden in the shadows of who you used to be. You were meant to awaken, to stand strong, to walk boldly, to become unstoppable. Come, so take a deep breath, and let us begin this journey of transformation together. Lesson 1. Release or remain shackled. Buddha once shared a simple truth that carries immense power. You only lose what you cling to. Imagine for a moment walking through life with a bag strapped to your back. Inside it are all your regrets, your failures, the betrayals you faced, and the quiet whispers that say, "I'm not good enough. I will never succeed." Each day, this burden becomes heavier, draining your spirit and clouding your path forward. Holding onto these stories of your old self is like clutching onto burning coal. The longer you hold it, the more pain you cause yourself. Picture yourself trying to run towards a brighter future while dragging this heavy load behind you. It pulls at your shoulders, slows your steps, and keeps you trapped in the same exhausting cycle of fear, doubt, and disappointment. But what happens when you choose to release it? When you set down this weight you've carried for so long, your soul feels light again. The grip of your past no longer decides your present or your future. Instead of being chained to your old habits and fears, you begin to walk with clarity and a peaceful heart. Letting go is not about giving up. It is about surrendering to growth. It is trusting that the person you are becoming is far greater than the person you used to be. When you finally let go of these old shadows, you open yourself to the vastness of new possibilities waiting to embrace you. Remember this: you were never meant to live shackled by mistakes and doubt. You were meant to be free, to rise above all that tried to hold you down, and to step forward into the strength and wisdom that has always lived within you. Lesson 2. Dissolving the mask. Each day, whether we realize it or not, we walk into the world wearing an invisible mask. This mask isn't made of cloth or paint. It's made of fear, of roles we've learned to play, of the desire to fit in and avoid judgment. It is the mask of the false self, woven from the threads of people-pleasing and silent compromises. At some point, this mask may have protected you. It helped you blend in when you felt too vulnerable to stand out. It kept you hidden when you believed your true self was too fragile to face rejection. But Buddhism reminds us that what we call ego, this false identity we build to survive, is merely an illusion. It is a story written by fear and shaped by insecurity, convincing us that to be accepted, we must pretend. Imagine for a moment sitting in stillness, breathing deeply, and feeling this mask begin to dissolve. Visualize it melting away, like morning fog disappearing under the warmth of the rising sun. Each layer of pretense, fear, and doubt falls away, like autumn leaves releasing their hold. Know this truth: your worth is not something you must create through pretending. It has always been within you, untouched by masks or false identities. True freedom is not found in becoming someone else. It is found in removing what is not real. In letting go of the illusions you cling to, you uncover your original face, your authentic self, radiant and unbreakable. You do not need to chase approval or validation. When you surrender the false self, what remains is pure, strong, and whole. That is who you truly are. So dissolve the mask today and allow the light of your true nature to shine, unhidden and fearless. Lesson 3. Starving the hungry ghost within. There is a part of you that clings desperately to comfort and avoids every challenge it encounters. It whispers gentle excuses in your ear, telling you to rest a little longer, to put off your dreams for tomorrow, to stay safely wrapped in what feels familiar. In Buddhism, this part of us is called the hungry ghost. Imagine a being with a vast empty belly and a tiny mouth, forever consuming, yet never feeling satisfied. This hungry ghost lives within your weak mind. It seeks constant pleasure and easy escapes, more sleep, more distractions, more indulgence, yet none of it ever brings true peace. The more you feed it, the louder it becomes, convincing you that comfort is the only thing worth seeking. But comfort is deceptive. It keeps you chained to mediocrity, robbing you of your true strength. Every time you listen to this voice, the one that says, "I can't do this right now," or "I'm too tired, I'll start tomorrow," you allow the weak mind to grow stronger, while your true self remains silent beneath its shadow. So what can you do? Starve it. Each time the weak mind tempts you with an easy way out, simply smile and whisper, "Not today." Refuse to feed it, refuse to obey it, because in that refusal, your strong mind begins to awaken. This strong mind doesn't crumble under hardship. It rises when tired. It persists when every excuse begs it to stop. With each choice you make to honor discipline over comfort, your spirit grows resilient. Over time, the hungry ghost loses its grip on your life. In its place, a quiet, powerful confidence begins to take root. Remember this: you were never meant to be ruled by your weakest thoughts. When you choose to nourish your strength instead, you become unshakable. You become a force of purpose and clarity, capable of achieving what once felt impossible. Lesson 4. Embracing discomfort as your teacher. In this modern world, we've been trained to run from discomfort. At the first sign of unease, whether it's a difficult conversation, an anxious thought, or the quiet ache of loneliness, we reach for something to numb it. A phone screen, a sweet snack, a mindless distraction. We seek anything that pulls us away from what we feel inside. But Buddhism teaches us a profound truth. Discomfort is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Imagine sitting by a fire. If you come too close, it burns. But if you keep just enough distance, its warmth nourishes you. Discomfort is like that fire. It is not there to destroy you. It is there to awaken you, to burn away ignorance, weakness, and fear. Whether it is the soreness of your body when you push beyond its limits, or the trembling of your heart when you step into vulnerability, discomfort is always a gateway to growth. Running from it only keeps you trapped in smallness. Facing it, sitting with it, transforms you. So, when discomfort rises, pause. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel where it lives within you. Maybe a tightness in your chest, a heaviness in your stomach, a restless thought in your mind. Instead of resisting, simply observe it. Witness it like clouds drifting across the sky. In that quiet witnessing, you realize discomfort is just a passing visitor. It is not you. It is a momentary experience, no more permanent than the morning fog. And when you sit with it long enough, it begins to lose its power over you. The more you practice this, the stronger you become. Discomfort becomes like a muscle. At first, it feels sore and unbearable. But with each breath of mindful acceptance, your inner strength grows. One day, you will look back and realize that what once terrified you now feels light as air. So do not run from discomfort. Lean into it. Let it teach you of your resilience, your patience, your courage. Let it burn away what no longer serves you, so that in its ashes, your true power can rise, calm, fearless, and unbreakable. Lesson 5. Die before you die. At first, these words may sound unsettling. Die before you die. Yet in Buddhism, this teaching carries a profound wisdom. It is not about physical death, but about surrendering the parts of yourself that no longer serve your highest purpose. To die before you die is to let go of the old self, the version of you weighed down by fear, regret, guilt, and outdated beliefs, so that the awakened self can finally emerge. Within each of us lives a collection of identities, shaped by past wounds, failures, and the harsh labels we've accepted over time. I am not enough. I will never succeed. I am unworthy of love. These stories may have protected you once, keeping you from rejection or pain. But now, they are the chains holding you back from stepping into your true potential. To die before you die is to release these identities consciously. It is choosing to stop living as a prisoner of your past mistakes, hurts, and fears. It is the courage to stop identifying with what happened to you and start embracing who you are becoming. Imagine shedding these heavy layers and feeling the lightness of true freedom. This is not an easy process. It demands honesty, courage, and deep inner work. You must look within and confront your fears and insecurities with open eyes. You may even need to let go of relationships, habits, and situations that feel familiar, yet keep you trapped in smallness. But this is the price of transformation, the death of what no longer serves you to make space for what truly nourishes your soul. The beauty of this teaching is that you do not need to wait until your final breath to awaken. Each morning is an opportunity to die to your old self and rise anew. With every sunrise, you can let go of yesterday's mistakes, doubts, and fears. You can choose to begin again, over and over, like a lotus blooming fresh with each dawn. When you embrace this practice, you understand that there is nothing to fear in letting go. You no longer need to cling to old patterns that keep you hidden and afraid. Life becomes a dance of endless rebirths, each moment an invitation to become more authentic, more powerful, more true to who you really are. This is the essence of dying before you die, to live fully, unbound by attachments and illusions. To realize that life is not about becoming someone new, but about releasing all that isn't truly you, so your most radiant and fearless self can rise. When you choose to die before you die, you choose true freedom. You step into a life lived without limits, without the shadows of the past holding you back. In each moment of surrender, you find the peace that comes from living as your highest, most awakened self. Lesson 6. Cultivating a mind like a mountain. Think of your old self as a fragile leaf carried by the wind. Each breeze tosses it around. Every emotion, every challenge, every external opinion shakes its peace. The slightest disturbance makes it flutter, unable to stand firm in its place. But the awakened mind is nothing like that trembling leaf. It is like a mountain, vast, solid, unmovable, unshaken by even the fiercest storms. A mountain rises tall against the sky. The winds may howl around its peaks. The rains may pound against its rocks. But it remains undisturbed, rooted deeply into the earth's silent strength. In Buddhism, we are taught to build our minds to be just like this, steady, calm, and unbreakable, no matter what storms life sends our way. Achieving such a state does not happen overnight. It demands daily practice, patience, and unwavering commitment. To build a mind like a mountain, you must first cultivate mental discipline. Just as the mountain does not bend for the wind, your mind must not surrender to every fleeting thought, fear, or external circumstance. When faced with challenges or emotional turbulence, ask yourself, do I want to be ruled by this passing moment, or do I want to rise above it? Choose to pause instead of reacting blindly. Breathe deeply. Observe what arises within you. Recognize that your emotions are not your true self. They are like the changing weather, while you remain the mountain beneath. This journey begins with mindfulness, training yourself to remain present and aware. As you sit in stillness, feel your thoughts pass through like drifting clouds in a vast sky. Know that you are not these clouds. You are the silent sky that holds them without attachment or resistance. To build a mind like a mountain also means cultivating focus and clarity. Mountains do not concern themselves with the storms swirling around them. They simply exist, rooted in their silent power. In the same way, direct your focus towards what truly matters: your purpose, your values, your path. Refuse to scatter your energy upon distractions that weaken your spirit. Meditation is your greatest ally in this practice. Through daily meditation, you strengthen your mind's stillness, sharpen your focus, and train yourself to remain calm even amidst chaos. A mountain does not question its purpose. It does not wonder if it should fall or move. It simply stands. Likewise, when life tests you, remain rooted in your inner strength, grounded in your purpose, and unshaken by uncertainty. Emotional resilience is also part of building this mountain mind. The storms of criticism, disappointment, and setbacks will come. But instead of reacting with anger, sadness, or frustration, respond with wisdom, patience, and calm. Remember that external events hold no true power over your internal state unless you surrender that power to them. As you continue to practice this way of being, you will feel a subtle shift within. You will notice your inner world becoming more peaceful, your mind clearer, and your focus unbreakable. You will find yourself responding to life with calm wisdom rather than being tossed around by its unpredictability. Like a mountain that has stood strong for centuries, your mind will become unshakable. The storms may come and go, but you will remain rooted, grounded in your clarity, your strength, and your unwavering presence. You will become an unstoppable force of peace, resilience, and purpose. Remember, the mountain does not fear the storm, and neither should you, because within you lies a strength as ancient and unmovable as the highest peaks, a strength that no storm can ever take away. Lesson 7. Rebirth is a daily practice. Many people think rebirth is something that only happens once in a lifetime, after a major life event, a crisis, or some dramatic turning point. But Buddhism teaches us that rebirth is not a distant event waiting on the horizon. Rebirth is something that can unfold every single day. Each morning offers you a quiet invitation to let go of what no longer serves you and step into a new version of yourself. Transformation isn't about waiting for life to change you. It is about realizing that every sunrise carries within it the possibility of your own rebirth. Often, we believe change only comes after we finish school, find a new job, end a relationship, or reach rock bottom. But the truth is that the deepest growth happens when you choose to transform yourself on a daily basis. Each day, you can decide to release your old fears, to shed regrets, to let go of limiting beliefs that keep you small. Every morning, ask yourself, who do I wish to become today? What thoughts, habits, and stories am I ready to leave behind? What can I create in my life today? This process of daily rebirth is the secret to lasting transformation. Buddhism teaches that attachment to the past is the root of much of our suffering. We hold on to old identities and labels that keep us trapped in who we once were. I'm not good enough. I always fail. I'll never be loved. These attachments act like chains, anchoring us to a self that no longer exists. Letting go does not mean forgetting your past or denying what you've been through. It means no longer allowing it to dictate who you are today. It is about recognizing that you have the power to choose your thoughts, your actions, and your path each day. The past is behind you. You do not have to carry its weight forward. The first step in daily rebirth is awareness. At the start of each day, take a quiet moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what old patterns am I still holding on to? What stories about myself no longer feel true? What parts of my old self am I ready to release? Awareness is the light that reveals what needs to be let go. The second step is intention. Decide who you want to be today. Set an intention to let go of fear and doubt. Choose to act with courage, wisdom, and authenticity. You don't need to transform everything at once. But by setting an intention, you align your day with your highest self. Your intention becomes your compass, guiding your choices and thoughts towards growth. The third step is action. Transformation isn't something that happens in your mind alone. It is something you live. Take small steps that align with your intention. Choose a new response to an old trigger. Release a habit that keeps you stuck. Speak with kindness instead of judgment. Action is what brings your rebirth into reality. Rebirth also requires patience. You won't become a completely different person overnight, and you don't need to. Growth is a gradual unfolding. There will be days when old habits return, when you slip back into familiar patterns. That's okay. When it happens, don't judge yourself. Instead, practice gentle compassion and return to your intention. Every moment is another chance to begin again. The more you practice daily rebirth, the more you will notice your life changing. Old limitations will lose their grip. You will begin to make choices that align with your wisdom and purpose. You will realize that you are not bound by your past. You are free to create the life you desire, one mindful choice at a time. Embrace the power of rebirth every day. Each morning, choose to release what no longer serves you and rise into the person you are becoming. By doing so, you will grow stronger, more awake, and more aligned with your highest purpose. Life is not a single story written in stone. It is a living, breathing journey of growth, freedom, and transformation. Every day is a new beginning. Every sunrise is your chance to be reborn. Seize it. Lesson 8. The power of consistency in small steps. In today's world, where everything moves at lightning speed and instant results are celebrated, it is easy to believe that transformation must happen quickly and dramatically. We crave big changes that arrive overnight, hoping that progress comes in giant leaps. Yet Buddhism reveals a different truth, that the deepest growth is not sudden or loud. It is built through quiet consistency and small, steady steps. Imagine the life of a bamboo tree. For years, its roots grow deep beneath the earth, hidden from sight, strengthening and spreading silently. Then, one day, when the foundation is ready, the bamboo breaks through the surface and rises tall with astonishing speed, unshakable in the wind. This is the power of patient, unseen growth. Like the bamboo, your progress might seem invisible at first, but every small, consistent effort lays the groundwork for unbreakable strength and lasting transformation. Buddhism calls this gradual progress. The Buddha taught that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Many feel discouraged by small steps because they want instant rewards. But real change is not an event. It is a process built day by day, action by action, breath by breath. Each small step you take builds momentum. Think of it as laying stones for the foundation of your life. One stone may look insignificant, but with each one placed, your foundation grows stronger and more stable. Eventually, you will stand upon something solid and unshakable, built through your own quiet diligence. This truth applies to your daily habits. 5 minutes of meditation, reading a single chapter, choosing a healthy meal, or speaking one kind word. These may seem like small actions, but over time, they become powerful forces that shape your character, your mindset, and your future. Their impact grows silently, and one day you will look back and see how these little steps created a life you once only dreamed of. Consistency also builds the strength of self-discipline. Small steps keep you grounded in the present moment, freeing you from the pressure of achieving everything at once. Instead of becoming overwhelmed by how far you still have to go, you focus on what you can do today. You learn to accept imperfection and embrace progress as a living, breathing journey. This mindful approach prevents burnout. Big dramatic efforts often lead to exhaustion, frustration, and lost motivation. But when you break your goals into smaller, manageable actions, you move forward steadily without depleting your energy. You give yourself space to grow naturally, like the bamboo rooting deep into the earth. Small steps also build self-trust. Each time you show up and take action, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that you are reliable, disciplined, and capable. This trust deepens your confidence and resilience. Even when setbacks arise, you know you can keep going. Each small victory becomes proof of your ability to create change, strengthening your commitment to your path. In Buddhism, we are reminded to celebrate these small moments. Too often we overlook them because we are fixated on the bigger goal, but each small action, each quiet success, is a sacred milestone. It is a sign that transformation is happening, even if it feels slow. Notice these moments, honor them. Allow them to nourish your motivation and keep your spirit alive. Each small step you take carries within it the seed of your greater self. Together, these steps create a life rooted in strength, wisdom, and freedom. So embrace the power of consistency. Release the urge for instant results and trust in the silent force of steady progress. Focus on what you can do today, in this very moment, and know that each step is guiding you toward the person you are meant to become. Transformation does not happen overnight, but with each mindful step, you are building a life of resilience, depth, and true success. One quiet, powerful moment at a time. Bonus lesson. Embrace self-compassion as your silent strength. As you walk the path of letting go, rebirth, and building a mind like a mountain, there is one silent force that will sustain you through every rise and fall: self-compassion. We often believe that transformation requires only discipline, determination, and unwavering effort. But true and lasting change blooms from a place of gentleness towards yourself. Without self-compassion, even the most disciplined efforts become harsh and brittle, easily broken by setbacks and self-judgment. Buddhism teaches that just as a lotus grows beautifully in muddy waters, your strength and wisdom grow best in an environment of kindness. Self-compassion is not weakness or indulgence. It is the silent power that nurtures your growth without harshness. It is the inner whisper that says, "It's okay to stumble. It's okay to be learning. Keep going, gently." When you practice self-compassion, you stop punishing yourself for your mistakes. You begin to see every setback as a teacher rather than a failure. You become your own source of refuge, creating an inner world where growth feels safe and natural. Each day, as you choose to rebirth yourself, remember to include compassion in your intention. When you feel tired or lost, pause and place your hand on your heart. Breathe deeply and remind yourself, "I am human. I am learning. I am worthy of patience and love." This practice of self-compassion does not weaken your discipline, it strengthens it. Because when you treat yourself with kindness, you build an unbreakable trust within. You begin to walk your path not out of fear of failure, but out of love for who you are becoming. As the Buddha taught, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Let this truth guide you each day. So as you continue to release your old self, to build a mind like a mountain, and to take small steps with consistency, carry self-compassion with you. Let it be the silent river beneath your mountain, soft, gentle, and endlessly strong. Because in the end, it is not only your discipline or your goals that will shape your life. It is the quiet kindness you offer yourself in every moment that creates a life rooted in true peace, resilience, and wisdom. Conclusion. As you journey through these teachings today, letting go of your old self, burning away illusions, building a mind like a mountain, and practicing rebirth with each sunrise, remember this: transformation is not a distant destination. It is a daily path, walked step by step, breath by breath. You are not here to remain trapped in old patterns and shadows. You are here to rise into your fullest, truest self, strong, fearless, and unshakable. Every lesson you've heard today is an invitation to return to your true nature, to live with clarity and peace, and to embrace each moment as an opportunity for quiet, powerful rebirth. If these teachings spoke to your soul today, Take a moment now to breathe deeply, to reflect on what you are ready to let go of, and to set an intention for the person you wish to become tomorrow. If you found wisdom and peace in these teachings, I invite you to join our community here by subscribing to this channel. Click the bell icon so you never miss these daily reminders of your strength, purpose, and inner freedom. Share in the comments. What is one old story or belief about yourself that you are ready to release today? Your reflection may inspire someone else on their journey. Thank you for walking this path with me today. May your heart remain calm like the mountain, your spirit bloom like the lotus, and your life transform with each small, mindful step. Until we meet again, keep walking with courage, wisdom, and deep compassion.